What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here, coming to you from Las Vegas. That's right. If anybody was wondering why there was no Film Junkie Lives and lack of content, well, it's because I'm in Vegas, family, not for normal Vegas things. No, if I could, I'd broadcast from casino and or strip club. Anyways, no, just doing family stuff, and I'll be back tomorrow. As you hear this, as I'm posting this, I'll be back tomorrow with a whole other stream that'll be a lot of fun. But right now, I wanted to talk. Well, first off, hopefully you guys had a great Thanksgiving. I know I did. I probably already gained about 6 pounds in 2 days, something like that. But we're not talking about that in this video because there was something in particular that was on the timeline, and that's still on the timeline, making the rounds on some blogs and whatnot. And it is, of course, Zack Snyder and his posting of a turkey. That's right. Look at that plump turkey. I'm sure it's juicy and delicious. Got the stuffing coming out of it. I'm not one of those that likes the stuffing out of the bird. I like stuffing, but the fact that it's like in the bird, I don't know. The bird is the word. I don't know. It's just, to me, that's just not how I like my stuffing. But anyways, to each their own. But obviously, the bird is not the main thing. Bird is not the main thing that everybody's looking at. Everybody's looking at, I can't zoom in anymore, but everybody's looking at this book right back here, Omnibus Final Crisis. That's right. So a lot of people are just going freaking out, of course, because, we know that Mr. Zack Snyder loves to be cryptic. And I even believe he even said that there's always a message there. There's always a hidden message there when it comes to him posting something on Vero. We know this. He's been doing this for a while. He's been constructing theories since 2013, since he started this whole DC run. I mean, my God, it's awesome. It's awesome because we have fun with it. People, of course, take it way too seriously at times, and then of course there's people that push against it big time, which is what a lot of what I saw. And what's interesting though is, like, when it comes to the books, if you look on top of it, when it comes to the books, there's two books on top of it. Those look like the leather-bound storyboard books that he uses. And thank you to Mr. Stephen Colbert, who actually posted some images from a little over a year ago. I can't believe it's been a year since I've actually talked to the man himself, Mr. Zack Snyder, of course, on the Vodka stream last November. It was great. Is fantastic. And of course, we have the bookcase right there. I believe you could see, you can see final. I think that's it right there. You see it. I don't know if you zoom in right there. Might be something right there. But yeah, these the shelves with the leather bound books that have like his storyboard kind of stuff. I don't know, different kind of color, but it was kind of mentioned with that. So yeah, there's a possibility there could be some storyboards right there of what, who knows. But we all know, I mean, going back to it, I mean, let's just keep this up right now, just for visual purposes, since you can't see my pretty face. Now, when it comes to this, my opinion on this is, well, first off, when it comes to people pushing against it, which I've seen that there's just people out there that like to antagonize and push back against the fandom because, and I understand it because they probably, they've had some bad run-ins with some people in the fandom. I know I have too, and I hate that. But at the same time, it's mainly just been fun. It's just been fun, theories, whatever. I mean, this very well could just mean nothing. It could very, very well mean nothing. So it's always fun to come up with theories. But then, of course, there's those ones that take it way too seriously and just completely throw out the fact that this man is over in a new studio. He's about to direct 2 movies. And, there's also a third one that he wants to squeeze in there too. I don't know if Horse Latitudes is ever going to get made. I hope so, because that seemed like it was a very much a passion project for Zach. So hopefully that does get made. But we got to remember, we got Rebel Moon that's going to be filming. And that's going to be a few months of filming if we saw the timeline, which I believe starts in March, ends at the end of summer, something like that. And we all know that is going to be a full-on universe. There's going to be multiple movies. I don't know how many Zach is going to direct, but there's going to be a lot of movies. But then, of course, we have the Armyverse that is currently going right now. 2 movies have already come out. We got Planet of the Dead that he's going to be doing, and then Las Vegas, which he's overseeing, and then of course the Norse God verse that he's got too. So there's just a little bit on his plate, bigger than this fucking turkey. I can tell you that much. So I'm just saying. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. If fans want him full on, hands on, like directing 2 giant Justice League sequels, you're gonna have to wait a while. Definitely gonna have to wait a while. Now, if he passes it off to people like say something happens with that, then you're going to have to accept that maybe he's not going to be directing some of this stuff and not going to be full on hands on. Or, and this is the idea that's always been out there and it's been out there for a while, graphic novel, the graphic novel pitch. He's even said it. I can't exactly. I thought it was when he was first on the vodka stream. I actually thought that maybe that was when he that's when he talked about how he did pitch the idea to complete his story arc to DC Comics in graphic novel form, and they turned him down, which was interesting too. It's like, well, you turn him down, then make it live action, you fucking idiots. Come on. No, but that just shows you right there. And I always get pushback from it, which is always interesting because I always find it funny because Zach himself would gladly do that. I mean, to have a Zack Snyder graphic novel? Come on. That, you know how iconic that would be? That'd be up there. That'd be up there with Final Crisis. That'd be up there with Dark Knight Returns. I mean, come on. That this story would be iconic for DC. And you never know what could happen because I think when he said that, it might have been on the Deck the Halls stream that we did back in December. I think that's when he might have said it. And he said he pitched and they turned him down. But then that was before Zack Snyder's Justice League came out. So what if they saw that reception and said, okay, well, we're not going to make two big giant Justice League movies, but how about you complete your story and you bring in some top-notch illustrators. I mean, I know some people are like, I mean, I'm always a Jim Lee, like, hey, Jim Lee, obviously he helped create the storyboards. I've always been a Bermejo fan because just the way I just like his way, his realism, and it's just that he brings to his illustrations. There's just something gritty. There's always something gritty. And I think that'd be perfect. But I know there's other suggestions out there when I was talking about it on my timeline, some people were having. So, I don't care as long as it fits and it gels with what Zach is doing. But I'm just saying, um, don't throw that out. Don't throw that out. And I really hope that if this does happen, like say something has happened and this picture right here is an indication that yes, that he is going to give us the rest of his story in graphic novel form. You have to accept it because I know and it always get pushback. It's very strange. It's like, no, that's not what he wants. It's not what he wants. No, 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 no. It's not what you want. It's what he wants. He's already pitched it before, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wanted to do it again. I mean, does that necessarily mean that the movies couldn't still be made? No. I mean, what if you have some graphic novels and then all of a sudden later you get the movies? That could always be a possibility. I never say never when it comes to the restoration of the Snyderverse over in the DC world. But I'm also like, hey, can we also put a lot of this energy on the new Snyderverses that are over here at Netflix? Please, please. Because I am big time excited for what he has to bring us, all this original content, 100%. But I wouldn't, if he feels like he can finish his story in a graphic novel form, guess what? 100% backing it up. Okay. 100%. I will buy copies. I will read them. I'll review them. I'll discuss them with people on streams. It'll be fantastic. If that's what it takes, if that's all we get, then, I just really hope that fans don't go, no, 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 no. That's not what he wants. I'm like, no, that's not what you want. It's, I'm always about what he wants. And right now he's over at Netflix. And yes, he's still doing the Cryptic thing, but I don't know. Like to me, I would be perfectly okay with a graphic novel of Zack Snyder's finished story arcs, technically Superman story arc, because I mean, stuff's kind of, you can have that. I mean, the multiverse is obviously more welcome in the comic book community. It very much is. And it's kind of funny too, because I'm currently reading Batman 89. A lot of people are liking, and it's like, yeah, that, but was supposed to be potentially sequels. And would I love to see, would have seen those sequels in live action 100%. But hey, if now I'm getting sequels to Batman 89, Keaton's Batman in comic book form, then I'm all for it, man. Nothing wrong with that. And then, of course, another thing too, when I was talking to people about this, it's not like Zach would do like just a comic book. I wouldn't be surprised if he added a little more flair to it. Maybe it'd be kind of funny if it ended up being a motion comic. Wouldn't that be something? Or if it'd be something, have some audio attached to it. I don't know. It's Zach. Whatever he decides to choose, I'm going to be 100% backing it and be like, yes, let's do it. Okay. So never say never. Never say never. But hey, if it ends up being this graphic novel, concept, freaking 100% behind it. And then, of course, looking forward, of course, to everything else that he has to do. So let me know your thoughts about it down below, guys. What do you think? Just let me know. Comment down below. Hit that like, thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. Become a member if you want to. Patreon's down there. And, of course, the Film Junkie Closet. All right, guys. We'll talk to you later.